everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mandy and I'm a full-time reseller. On today's video, I am going to show you my haul from the Goodwill bins. This was about 5 hours of being there. Unfortunately, this trip wasn't as good as the last couple times that I've gone. If you've never been to the Goodwill bins before, you are paying by the pound for most items. I will put in a clip here. It is going to be, all of them are a little bit different. This location has the blue table bins where they are putting in the clothes, shoes, accessories, books, hard goods, you name it, will be in there. Then they have a little area where glass is, that's a different price. Books are a little bit different in pricing. And then you just shop and then you get everything weighed and then you pay. So this location actually had really good pricing. I forgot that it was this low. The place that we have in town that is not affiliated with Goodwill, it's just another location or another thrift store that does by the pound for clothing, shoes, and accessories. Theirs is $1.99 for 1 to 10 pounds. And then I think once you're over 50, then it goes down to, I can't remember what it is, $1.49. So this location for the Goodwill, 1 to 49.99 pounds would be $1.49, and then it's $1.39, I think, after 50 pounds. Unfortunately, I did only get 42.5 pounds. Like I said, this trip wasn't as great as the other times. There seemed to be quite a bit of competition there as well. We don't go all the time just because for me to get there, it takes 3 hours one way. So I normally go back home to where my parents are, spend the night, and then we leave in the morning because it's an hour and a half from there. So it's not as bad of a trip. Otherwise, I'd be in the car for 6 hours and it just wouldn't make sense to try and do that and go to the bins in one day. Okay, so I ended up getting 73 items. Only one is going to Plato's. Normally I get quite a bit to go to Plato's Closet. For whatever reason, I just wasn't really finding that kind of stuff. There are some things I'm keeping for personal use, but just to make it easy, I am saying it's 98 cents per item. Start with the one thing that is going to Plato's. It's just this Nirvana tee. Nothing special, size small. If it was bigger, I'd maybe try selling it, but I'm just not going to take the time for that. This is a pair of mud jeans. These are old. This is definitely my time in, probably middle school. So when you see this emblem with the hand, that normally are the older ones, these do need to be washed. There's a little something here on the butt and then also here, but it's just kind of crusty. So I think this should come off no problem. These potentially will end up going to Plato's if they don't sell. They are just Shein, but they are a large. And I will sell some Shein if the style is right. These are very goth, mall goth, if you will, with these wider legs and the lace-up sides. So I'm going to try selling this on my own first before I would go to Plato's with that. I'm not sure of the age of this pillow. It could be modern, it could be old, but it does have the aesthetic of being vintage, so I thought I would try this out. It is hand crocheted or knit. I'm not exactly sure the difference between the two. I'll look into it, but it's just a little throw pillow. This I could not leave behind. It's a little, what do you call these? It's not cross stitch because this is on there and then there's a little stitching around it, so I'll have to look into what this is called too. But this definitely fits that kind of vintage aesthetic that people are looking for their homes. Okay, next up is a cover-up. This is just swimsuits for all. It's a 14-16. Doesn't weigh very much and I normally do pretty well with these. This nice teal color. It does have these little tassels on the bottom and then you can either wear it open front or just tie. We'll go through these hats really quick. Most hats normally go for, I don't know, 10 to 20 depending on what it is. I also thought some of these I could throw in a whatnot auction. This is a Milwaukee Brewers hat, just like a Miller Lite and trucker style with the mesh. This is a Mack truck hat. It does need to be washed. This is a Call of Duty World War II. And then this is a Chevrolet hat with camo on it. It is a little smush, so this one maybe I would do in a whatnot auction, just so everyone is very aware of the condition of the hat before they would buy it. This is another pair of jeans that I will try selling myself first, and if it doesn't work within a little bit, I'll do Plato's. Current Mood. Yeah, Current Mood. I've never heard of this brand before, but this is very a Y2K style with this like tribal details on the pants. So I will give this a try and see how that goes. This is Ann Taylor, but I picked this up for style. It is an extra small, but I'm thinking this might do well on Depop. It is very Y2K with this lace and the beadwork in there, with a little baby doll tie kind of in the front. This is just a pair of Levi's 505s, 33 by 34. Nothing too special about these. Medium wash, probably $20, $25. If you've watched my channel before, you know that I do enjoy picking up Old Navy. This is Old Navy 3X Plus. Just an all-over floral print with this wrap detail at the front, shorter in length. Here's another Old Navy, an extra, extra large. This one might be the one that had a stain on it. I can't remember. It's either the other one I just showed you or this one, so I'm going to soak both of these probably in OxiClean just to be sure. This is new with tags. I've never heard of this brand before. It's Alpaca International, and it is just a little shawl, but it is made out of 100% baby alpaca fur. It must be, I don't know. Yeah, it's just like a little shawl, scarf situation with some embroidery on the sides here. This is an Azos dress. I'm wondering if no one picked this up because they couldn't find the tag in it. And it's actually at the bottom of the dress. And this is a size 2. So it is a little bit smaller, but it does have that embroidery, this like mesh that is really popular right now. So this skirt is based off of Style Pickup. It is black, it's short, like lined underneath, so like a mini. And then in the front, it's a little bit shorter and then kind of waterfalls to the back in this like dark floral. It is new with tags. I'm assuming this is just some cheapy brand, but I might be able to sell it for like $10, $15 just based on the style. I picked this up because it is very lightweight. It's just a black little camisole from Vanity Fair. It does seem to be quite a bit older. So, like, it does give me 90s vibes. Picked this up mainly because it was new with tags. Earthbound, that never does super well for me, but this is very granola girl with the tree screen print on the front. Super lightweight, really flowy. This is new with tags. I need to get this listed really quick since June is Pride Month. It is REI Co-op, and it says outside with pride, new with tags. I got these only because they are linen, good size, extra large, and they're new with tags. They are just Gloria Vanderbilt, but it is just a relaxed fit short. I don't think this will sell until a little bit later. It is Eddie Bauer, older, 100% lamb's wool, but I really liked the color and the design on it. This is very 90s. This is actually the first item that I put in my cart because I think I probably looked around for almost 25 minutes before I found anything. LL Bean, I don't know if I should have gotten this. It's only a size medium, but it is like a button front, but also kind of still a hiking shirt with this print on it. And it is 100% organic cotton, so it does have that going for it. This skirt, I picked it up based on the print on it. It is Charter Club size 12. I don't do great with this brand normally, but this is very spring summer colorway with this like almost paisley abstract print in a pencil skirt. This is another one that was a Y2K style pickup. Older tag, never heard of it, but it does have the black kind of netting with the sequin and like that faux wrap top kind of here on the front. And then just the plain black in the back. I was pretty surprised no one had picked this up. It is Torrid size 3. To me, it almost looks like this is new because it still has that little tag on there. This doesn't look to be worn. It's like a little slip dress lingerie piece. So this should do pretty well. This one I picked up mainly on style. Again, like I said, there wasn't a lot there that I was really excited about. I was just trying to get to 50 pounds with things that I knew could sell. This is Loft, size medium. I liked that it was 2 different patterns, so a mixed print and longer. It's like a button down kimono almost, but it has these pockets. I'll have to look how they styled it in the stock photos. Here is another mesh from Esley. I think I've sold this before. This is also new at tags. Size large, like a tulle black skirt. I did forget to mention, I do have one pretty big item that is personal use. It was for the backseat of your car for a dog to sit in. It kind of just covers everything. That's already outside, so I'm not going to show you that. But I thought that was a great deal because I looked it up on Amazon, and that current one is going for $45. And then I did find a bunch of these poly mailers. I did only get 8. They are 7.5 by 10.5, 50 each in a pack. I did find the actual boxes they were in. They were 1,000 in each box, but they were 17 pounds. So I made my mom go up there because in the past we've found some things that were pretty heavy, and we would ask like, hey, do we have to pay per pound, or would it just be like a set amount? And then they would just give us something that was a lot cheaper. And unfortunately with these, they said no, it would have to be by pound. So I only got a few just because I wasn't sure what the quality was going to be on them, and I didn't want to spend that amount of money on them because I wanted to look like on Amazon if it was truly a great deal. So I did end up just getting a couple. Okay, so I did get some DVDs. I know people are probably like, why would you get DVDs? No one watches them anymore. I've been finding a lot of people saying that they are sick of paying for streaming services. They're tired of buying movies on the streaming services and then come to find out a couple years later it's just gone, because I guess in the fine print it says that there is no like legal responsibility for them to keep that active for you. So a lot of people are going back to DVDs because of that, to save money. I don't know if that's entirely true, but I thought I would give it a try. There is also a lot of people that have campers and stuff where you can't get streaming services, so they do buy DVDs for that. This one, weirdly enough, I did look at comps, and it was like $10 to $15 for this DVD of, what is it, Wisconsin Water from the Air. I don't know if people are interested in that. I'll buy it and pick it up, resell it. So the rest of them I got are all horror DVDs. So I'm going to lot them up in different amounts. I'm not going to sell them per DVD because it would take forever and it's not worth it. So I'll just go over a couple of what I got. So I'm just going to quickly go through some of these. The Fog, Hellraiser, Hell on Earth, Blackwater Valley Exorcism, Feast, A Nightmare on Elm Street, The Happening, Hellraiser Bloodline, All Souls Day, The Mist, Piranha, Gremlins 2, Hellraiser, Hellworld, Body Snatchers, 30 Days of Night, Wolf Creek, Freddy vs. Jason, Jason Goes to Hell, Halloween 3, the worst one by far, Exorcist, Stigmata. So I will put like the Freddy and Jason ones together. Probably all the Hellraiser ones will go together. The more religious ones like The Exorcist and Stigmata, those will go together, and then like probably the rest will just be in a lot, and we'll see kind of what I'll do with that. Okay, so then I did get this pumpkin. I will never leave these behind at the bins because I don't want them to go in the trash. This is not old, I don't believe, because there's not a date on the bottom, but it still looks like the old ones, so I am probably maybe going to keep this. This is also for personal use. This weighs like absolutely nothing. It's just Swifter duster refills. This is another personal use. It's just an instant repair kit for screens. Again, that weighs nothing. This had decent comps on eBay. It's a wallpaper scoring tool. I think it was like around 20 bucks, so we'll see. I did get 2 plush. I do like selling plush, especially if I can get them cheap. This one was a Disney. This is a little Disney one, and then she does have like beans at their bottom so it can sit. This is Snow White, and then a Squishmallow. This one is a candy bar. Here's another hat, a ping visor. It was signed by somebody, and I don't really want that on there, so I've been trying to get it off. We'll see. I tried some alcohol. I think it worked a little bit, but I'm gonna try washing it. This little vintage pitcher. These jeans have a little story. So anyone that goes to the bins, I'm sure you have your own, it's like a little ecosystem there, I feel like. You know, there's the reseller people that are just kind of looking for women's clothes. I feel like there's the people that are looking for silver. There's the people that are looking for electronics or the bigger items. And then there's the vintage bros or the t-shirt guys or whatever you want to call them. And you can always tell which guys they are because they kind of stay together and they're always on their phone. And so when we went, we were all waiting in line at the door. And a bunch of them cut in front of us, which I thought was rude. So the rules at this Goodwill, I feel like there's a bunch of different rules depending on where you are. It used to be during COVID, there could only be one person per bin. It didn't seem like that was the thing anymore because everybody was just kind of in everyone's way. The only rule that really seemed to be in effect is when new bins came out, you had to be like behind this line, and then they would say, okay, shop, and then you could go, but you had to bring your cart and whatever. So that happened on the last rotation, and my mom has no problem like getting in there with everybody. I'm not a huge fan of the new rotations just because it gives me anxiety. I feel like I'm missing something, and I would prefer to just wait until everybody's gone and then look and see what they missed. So these pants were sitting there, and my mom grabbed them. And I guess those guys kind of said something under his breath and then went behind her and talked to another friend and said, she just grabbed these out of the bin. And then the friend was like, I would just take them right out of her cart. My mom was just kind of like, what the hell? Like, no. So then when I was looking through stuff, I heard them talking about somebody taking something that was embroidered, and they were all pissed about it. And I didn't know at this point that what had happened. And they were pretty much insinuating that she was breaking the rules because she was at another bin that they were at. Let me remind you that these guys had cut in line when they first got there. All day over the loudspeaker, they were saying that if you are not buying anything, you cannot loiter, you need to leave, you can't just be waiting for bins. That's all they did all day. They would wait, then they'd be in everybody's way with their carts, like jammed up in all of the aisles so no one could get around them, waiting for the new bins. And not to mention, this other kid was always right next to me in a bin. Always. It's like every time I turned around, he was there. So they were pissed that they didn't get these pants, and I don't even think they're that great. I didn't look them up, but the brand is Crest Jeans. It's really going to be more of a style pickup. They're older, and then they have this embroidery on them. So I guess that this was what they were upset about. Not to mention they had carts full of other Y2K 90s stuff, so I don't know. I guess my mom is breaking the rules at the Goodwill bins. These are a pair of men's Lucky Jeans, 34-32. I do pretty well with this brand in jeans for men, as long as they're bigger sizes. And this is the classic straight, so I think these will do well. This had a good comp. At first I thought it was just a scarf. The brand is Virginia Wolf. I had never heard of this before. When I looked up comps on Poshmark, it was looking like it's more of like a swimsuit shawl, if you will. So you kind of just like wear it like this, you know, on the beach. This was a style pickup. I don't know. I didn't look up actual comps on it. It is Adidas, size large. It's black and gold with the trifoil logo all over it. So this is another one that I will try on my own. If it doesn't sell, I'll send it to Plato's. This is another style-based pickup, JM Collection Women. It's not something to remember, but it is a 14W. This is 100% linen, just like a pop-over top. This is a Victoria's Secret bra, pink, just like a twisty tie top. And then this is Pearl Izumi, which is a cycling brand. I've done okay with some of the jerseys, but this one is like the full, I don't even know what you call it. It's like one piece. And then it does have like some padding in the butt. I always make sure on any of the cycling stuff of shorts or anything to really check out the butt area just to make sure this is clean. I don't even know if this was worn. All of the screen printing on here is really good. So this is the favorite thing that I got all day. As soon as I saw it sitting there, I was like, oh my God, I remember that from when I was younger. And this, I think, came in those weird catalogs. If you were born in around the 80s, there were like these catalogs that just had miscellaneous, like weird things in it. I don't even know what it was called. If I can remember, if I can find it, I'll put a picture of it up. But this is called Mr. Seymour buns. Okay, see him? And then it has this little suction cup to put, I believe, on your car window is where this was supposed to go. And then it has this little pump so that he moves people when they drive by. It's so ridiculous, but it reminds me of my childhood from that thing that I had to get it. Comps look pretty decent, like $20, $25. Not bad. This probably weighs, I don't know, 12 ounces or something. So yeah, I'm super excited about this for somebody to get this. The only issue is this little piece here kind of keeps falling out, so I need to play around with that a little bit. And then we stopped at one thrift store that was pretty close by. I did only get one item for $1.74. It was 75% off, but I think it's from 2022. It's Old Navy, a halter, no, not a halter, just a little tankini top, new with tags, and this is a size 1X plus. That's why I picked this up. And it's a nice color. It does have support here in the chest. So I think this should be an easy mover. Oh, I did get two other pieces too that I forgot to count in for my boyfriend as a golf shirt and a pair of jeans. But yeah, other than that, I think 98 cents per piece is pretty good. It just kind of felt like a lot of the day was looking through the bins and not being very excited about anything. The last couple times that we went, I think I found like one or two items that would pay for everything. This one, not so much. You know, there were a couple things that maybe will go for a little bit more than the average. The brands just really weren't there, and it was a lot more style pickup. So if you enjoy content like this, thrift hauls, thrift with me's, what sold videos, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give it a like. It really helps out the channel, and I really appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!